Hey, my name's JK. Welcome to Exilic Music Studio Sessions, exilic.co.za. We're doing some pop production techniques, and what I'm going to do now is show you how I've added one more guitar track. This is the second part of the chorus. As the chorus kind of begins to build up, vocal lines begin to build and all of that. We're not going to deal with the vocals just yet, but I'm going to show you how I've added a second guitar part, still using the clean electric guitar 2, Logic's sort of standard factory sound. One of their legacy instruments, been coming on a long way now, I think since Logic 6. And what I've done, I've showed you in some of the earlier videos. I think it was the first or the second video. I've shown you how I've simply run this simple clean electric guitar. Get the volume up for you. Ran this track through Logic's Amp Designer and put a tape delay on it. And so this is the same riff from the intro, as you remember in the I think it was the very first video, yeah. Same riff from the intro. What I've done now is, and I'll open up the MIDI edit window here, or the piano roll as it's called. I've now this is when I say it's played in MIDI, I mean I physically programmed this in using my my MIDI control keyboard, and I've also in places just done some physical step editing by moving the MIDI notes around like that. So essentially I'd play the line on the keyboard and then do some editing afterwards, maybe add some quantization or whatever the case might be. What I've done in the second part is I've added, still with the same effect, still running through the same plugs, I've added some notes here and changed the line. Now the cool thing is with Logic, whether it's done in MIDI or whether it's done with a live guitar, when you start adding notes, just like when you do on a real guitar, playing it through an amp, the crunch factor just increases so much more. So this is what the note would sound like. Let me just take this off and mute these notes. This is what the notes would sound like when played as a single line. Right? And this is what the notes would sound like when I add the second line. So as soon as I start adding some harmony, it gives you that harmonic crunch effect. Very cool. And so I've added this to create a bit of a build up in Logic, or rather in the chorus, second part of the chorus. And you can just see those lines moving up the scale there. La, 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 just moving up the scale there. This is what it sounds like in the mix. We got all those guitars in there now. So let's break down what's happening. This is full dynamic range now. We've got the second part of that EP ballad piano loop. The second part is busier because it's already got a bit of an electric guitar in it as well. There's the guitar loop or the guitar line I've just showed you. There's the acoustic guitar. And this is a second acoustic guitar, but this is unedited, unsampled, uncut up, unsliced. It's just a straight loop as I've recorded that. And mind you, I've recorded these live guitar bits using the Rode NT2A microphone. Very nice, large diaphragm condenser mic. Just playing through the chords there. What else is in there? You've heard the kicks, snare. This time the snares are straight. It's sort of more of a driving second part to the chorus, makes it build up more. We've got the electric bass and the second copy of that for those amp tones, and then we've got the vocals. We'll talk about vocals a little later on, but this is what you're hearing. Everything in the mix, big chorus. Exilicmusic.co.za. My name's JK.